meditation is supposed to be fun. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now, and brings us into a state of peace where we can understand that the point of life, the place where it's at, is simply here and now.
Welcome to the Pause with Pythian podcast. Breathe in, tune in, and let's take a sacred pause together. I'm your host, Pythian Priestess. The time is now. Let us begin. Hello, mystics. When you sit down to meditate, do you find yourself restless and distracted? Sometimes it can be really hard to ease into a deep centered state where meditation truly begins. And that's why today I'm going to teach you about induction. Induction is the process of guiding yourself into a meditative state, or a self-hypnosis in a way. It's the training of your mind and your body to recognize the shift from everyday awareness, everyday life, into a deeper moment of self-reflection. And while every meditation session is different, developing a ritual induction will help you create consistency in your practice. So first, let's start with what is an induction? Why does it matter? And how do you craft one that works for you? I'm pulling partly from a book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Dispenza writes, simply put, we teach people how to change their brainwaves. Induction prepares you to enter into a coherent brainwave state that is conducive to meditation. And induction isn't just about getting comfortable. It's about creating a signal to your mind and body that you're stepping into a different state of consciousness. So the first step to any induction is your posture. While you may choose to sit differently for different types of meditation, whether it's a body scan, a guided visualization, or something else, your body needs to be able to recognize a formal meditation posture as a cue to the brain to settle in for meditation. I personally like sitting with my back against a chair, so I feel supported with my feet on the ground. Focus on stability. You don't want to be teetering or struggling to stay upright or slouching over. You want your posture to also be sustainable. Your sitting position should be comfortable enough to maintain without necessary strain. Your sitting posture needs to be aligned. Your spine should be upright to allow the energy to flow freely. In Eastern traditions, meditators are often encouraged to sit like a mountain, meaning you are still, grounded, and unwavering. Some people prefer the lotus position, but this pose takes a while to sit in. You have to train your hips and your muscles to sit in that position. It requires a degree of flexibility that I certainly have lost because I haven't been sitting in lotus meditation for almost 10 years now. Don't sit in lotus pose because you think you're supposed to. If you force it, you could strain yourself or cause bodily harm. Do not sit in lotus pose because you think it is the best or because it's what you're supposed to do. You can really hurt yourself. Do not force yourself into lotus pose. You want to find a posture that is natural but intentional. So let's take a second right now of being mindful as we are sitting. I want you to place your back against a support, whether that's a pillow on your couch, whether it's the back of a chair. If you don't have a back, imagine a fishing line being pulled from the bottom of your spine up to the top through your head. Feel your thighs against the seat, and if possible, rest your feet on the floor. If your feet do not reach the floor, you will need to move up so they can. Yes, of course, you can meditate lying down, but be mindful because you don't want to fall asleep. Sometimes you will fall asleep during meditation, and that's okay. But for some workings, we want our mind to remain active. The next step in creating a sitting pose after our posture is what's called coming to attention, or bringing awareness into your body. You are signaling to your nervous system that it is the time to regulate, focus, and center. So bring awareness to the spine and imagine a thread being pulled from the base of your spine through your back and through the crown of your head. You want to imagine like a puppeteer pulling a string through your spine, up your back, into the sky. Be mindful of leaning forward. Center yourself. Open up your chest. When your spine is slumped over, it compresses your chest and your belly, and it makes it difficult to breathe. Unclench your jaw. Unclench your fists. You can put your palms up or down, whatever feels best for you. And allow your belly to soften. Many of us carry unconscious tension in our bodies, especially in the abdomen. We often hold in our stomachs due to cultural conditioning and diet culture. But in meditation, there's no need to suck it in or tighten your abdomen. Your breath needs space to flow. So let's inhale and exhale. And continue this pattern, slowly inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Increase your capacity for deep and full breathing. This might feel unfamiliar to you, especially if you're used to holding tension. There is no audience, there is no judgment, only your awareness in this moment. This is the third step of induction. By gently following the rhythm of your inhale and exhale, allowing the air to move in and out of your nose, the expansion of your ribs, and the natural rise and fall of your chest and belly, we're slowing down and bringing the awareness, your awareness, to the present moment. If you have thoughts arise, that's okay. Simply notice them, release them, and return to your breath. At this time, some people like to use bells, incense, or candles to reinforce the ritual aspect of the meditation. And while these things certainly can be helpful, they're not always readily available. And your most reliable tool will always be focusing on your breath. You have just completed the warm-up before the meditation exercise. Just like a muscle, we need to warm it up before we go to the gym. Some people are able to enter a meditative state very quickly, almost instantly. But for most of us, it takes a few minutes. Give yourself 3 to 5 minutes to settle into your body and bring your awareness to the present moment. With time and practice, this will shorten, and eventually your mind will be able to slip into meditation with ease. That is why we create an induction, bringing that awareness to your mind that you are going into a meditative state to refocus and realign. One of the ways that I enjoy deep meditation and relaxation is through imagery. I like using active imagination, such as traveling through space or walking into the earth, floating in water. This helps my brain go into a more receptive state. In the guided meditations that I do here at Pause with Pythian, I lead you through a visualization induction, bringing you to relax the body and then bringing you through either the earth or through space to help put your mind in a different brainwave state. Imagination is a powerful spiritual tool. While many people associate imagination with fantasy or fiction, in reality, imagination is a gateway to the divine. It is the energetic highway that allows us to interact with the divine. You see this in traditions across the world. From shamanic journeying to Tibetan Buddhism, visualization is often used as a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. I know that a lot of us struggle with creating a routine. It's difficult when we try to fit spirituality in with our life. But a part of creating a spiritual lifestyle is that it is the basis of your life. Meditation enables you to do parts of your life better. So instead of making it a chore and approaching it as something that you have to do, I personally think it's helpful to view meditation as a preparation to tune my body to work better within the physical realm. Meditation is a place for my mind to relax, to cleanse itself, to remind myself that I am a spiritual being in a physical vessel. And over the last 10 years, I've constantly used the same cues, my posture, my breath, my awareness, so I can create that mind-body connection, allowing me to seamlessly transition into meditation. So over time, you won't feel so forced because your body will simply recognize the signals and follow. There are many different ways to do a meditation induction. And essentially what this is helping you go deeper into the relaxation. I invite you to experiment. Try different breathwork patterns. Try different visualizations and see what resonates. This is why it's really important to keep a magical journal. I promise you, you think you're going to remember everything, but you will not. I know this from personal experience. So whether you use your phone app for a journal, whether you have a physical journal that you write with a pen, use it. You are the greatest experiment that you have in your life. So give yourself the tools to navigate this life. And remember, breathe deep, stay present, and let your light shine.